was fourth at round 3 at Wardenlaw, second at Rowrah in round 4, and came into the final round. Archie Cannon, third in the championship. He had a second place at Glanigor and a third place podium at Rowrah. And Archie took a fine superheat win there. So Archie Cannon, Ryan White, Ed Spain, Archie Loveridge, Ralphie Branscombe, Ricky Junior McIntosh, remember, ended up dropping down to 6th. And Ricky Junior McIntosh will start on the pole position.
Ricky Junior McIntosh, of course, heavily supported by...
Yes.
Cian Sullivan.
Thank you, Cian. So Ricky will start on the pole with Ralphie Branscombe alongside. This was a cracking race the first time in the first Super 8, I should say. It's a standing start, so these drivers will make their way around onto the grid. Second row of the grid is Archie Loveridge and Kevin Ivanoff, who you remember, Nick, led that first Super Heat, but then had a retirement through, we think, a chain, didn't we?
No, he just came to a halt.
He came to a halt, did he? Right, okay.
Ashton's.
Right. Third row of the grid, Archie Cannon and Ed Spain. So Archie Cannon from 5th place to 1st place in that first Super Heat. Fourth row is Ryan White and Jaden Patel-Scott. Jane Prakash and Jacob Letherby share row 5. Row 6 is Ronnie Smart and Riley Blakemore. Dino Rowlands and Ella Dixon are on row 7. Row 8 is Noah Clark and Daniel Barton. We've then got Jerry Dufficy and Sophie Morris on row 9. Row 10 is Finley Thursfield and Jack Wykes. Ollie Knox and Harley Bradbury Stretton are next. Then Stanley Gill, Noah Clare, and running off a 26 Kart Honda Cadet field is James Pearson and Reggie Dufficy. So, if the heats from yesterday and the Super Heat from earlier are anything to go by, did you just nick my pen there?
No.
No, it was Gaz.
Gaz stole your pen.
If the previous races for this club, in fact, the previous races of the whole season are anything to go by, there's going to be a cracker.
Yep.
It's been really, really tight. And any one of those first 3, potentially 4 rows of karts could end up being at the front, as Archie Cannon proved.
Dan likes his air horn, doesn't he?
He loves it, doesn't he?
He loves a bit of air horn action.
Yeah. The clear grid horn has sounded. We are clearing the grid.
Sorry,
it'll be the...
It's just not...
How old are you?
9.
It'll be the 5-second board next. This is a kids' championship, remember? 5th and final round then. Second Super Heat. For the Honda Cadets 200, the engine revs rise, the red light goes out, and everybody's shuffling in their seats to get more traction and more power down.
Off the track and virtually got the timing beam.
Oh, my goodness. He didn't hit the timing beam, did he?
They missed it.
Oh, that's good. That would have been a bit of a panic, wouldn't it? Into and out of the first chicane then. It's Ricky Junior McIntosh, I think, looking at the number there, Nick.
Yeah,
as Ralphie Branscombe in second place, into and out of the hook.
Yeah, Ralphie is one of our favourite drivers. That bright pink helmet means we can work out exactly who it is wherever he is.
Yeah, Ralphie's easy to spot.
Yeah, it's the black helmeted cadet that's coming towards us.
I think that's Ricky.
Just waiting to get a number on it.
33, yeah. So it's as the grid started, remarkably.
Is Ivanov in third? I think Ivanov might have dropped down one, I think. Ivanov's in fourth, I think. No.
Here they come into the arena. The left and right sweep, and then keep it turning right all the way through there and out of the left-hander at Beavers. And across the line, McIntosh, Branscombe, Ivanov, Loveridge, Cannon, Spain, White, Jane Patel-Scott, Riley Blakemore, Jacob Letherby. That's as they started. They are in grid order on lap 1. Incredible.
Not sure how long it's longer to stay that way. The top 3 nailed together as they go into the second chicane for the second time. G and McIntosh, they're all taking the ideal line at the moment rather than the let's see if I can get past you line. But moving as they do, and it looks like Ivanov, who had such pace in that first heat, which amounted to nothing when he just ground to a halt exactly here, is now looking to actually score some points because his chance of qualifying well for the final is gone. He's got 1 DNF, so he's probably going to qualify in the middle of the pack.
Ivanov is on a white liveried cart.
He's changed his car. He wasn't white livery yesterday. Not yesterday. He wasn't white livery
earlier today. Yeah.
So there's been a kind of a whole change of plastics for some reason.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll have to get Gaz Bury onto that and see what he can find out. Look at this: 1, 2, 3, 4. A small gap, and then the 5th place cart there of Archie Cannon, winner of the first Superheat. Remember, this is anybody's, isn't it? Plenty of time on the clock for these drivers to sort themselves out.
Yeah, Ryan White's a little bit of a way back at the moment. He's about 2.5 seconds, and he came through to the whole field previously. So I'm kind of wondering where he is. He's actually off this first batch of carts here, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that next cart you see desperately trying to catch up. That is Ryan White, your championship leader. Round through Beavers. A bit of curve there, unnecessary, I think, some way. Head down. Let's get an extra 1.01 of a mile an hour if I can. He gets hunted right down, does Ricky Junior McIntosh, when he comes into the first chicane. Everyone constantly is behind him.
And there's a move for fifth place.
There's a move for second. As Ivanov thinks about it, he thought about going up in the inside of the second chicane, decided against it. So Branscombe holds in second. Branscombe's the easy one to spot. That pink helmet makes Branscombe the most obvious person in this field.
That was Ed Spain, by the way, Nick, for fourth. Fifth.
So Spain
ahead of Archie
fifth.
Cannon.
Yeah, Spain one of the two main championship protagonists with Ryan White. White having a bit of a quiet one at the moment, but doesn't say he won't come back and say be right there and about thereabouts.
So the first 6 are in a train of carts through Beavers. I get the feeling that they're playing a bit of a waiting game here. Into the chicane, 4.5 minutes remaining, so we're not even at half distance yet. And it's all about to kick off as Branscombe pulls alongside Ricky Junior McIntosh, and Ivanov's gone with him. McIntosh from first to third at the hook as Branscombe goes through.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether did he just lose momentum coming out of the
chicane,
chicane, yeah.
Into the second chicane already. Branscombe with that pink helmet, easy to spot, as you said, Nick. But Ivanov glued to his rear bumper now. Slots back in. There's a move for third as the number 33 of Ricky Junior McIntosh gets that third place back. He'd lost that momentarily, didn't he? And now he gets it back.
Loveridge is in fourth. Loveridge now come up the inside of him. So Loveridge and Ricky Junior McIntosh. And McIntosh really fighting himself out. Watching brief from Spain and Cannon. And then White car behind them is the kind of cut adrift Ryan White.
There's a move for third. Loveridge into third ahead of McIntosh, who's now got his hands full
up the inside goes Spain there. Spain's going to pick up another point.
And Archie Cannon's gone with him.
Yeah.
McIntosh down to 6th place, would you believe?
Spain now informing the aforementioned Archie Cannon to work together.
There's Ivanov.
Ivanov's got the lead.
Ivanov into the lead. And now he taps his helmet. Now that I've got the lead, everybody, let's everybody follow me. And
I'm the most important, everybody.
Yeah, brilliant. Never ceases to amaze. 3 minutes remaining then. We knew it wasn't done. We knew they were sort of lulling us into a sense of security that everything was all right. But we've had changes all the way down this top 6. Train of carts, everybody tapping their helmet. Let's work with it. Let's work together. Catch Kevin Ivanov out. And it was a cruel bit of luck that took him out of that first superheat.
We had a run, didn't we? The run of cruel luck in those first few heats this morning.
Yeah, incredible.
Now, the last few heats, touch wood. We've had at least the incidents and accidents have been caused by the drivers themselves and not by mechanical faults, which is just random. But Ivanov, last time he got into the lead a few hours ago, more moves there. That's Spain picking up another position. I think Spain moves into third.
And Spain has took Archie Cannon with him.
I think Cannon's decided that if I stick with Ed, I'm going to do all right. So
it's Spain now in third.
Big gain on his main championship rival Ryan White, still in 7th. White is still 2 seconds off the back of this one. This group of 6, sorry.
Ivanov, Branscombe, Spain, Cannon, Loveridge, McIntosh, White, Blakemore, Clark. Jaden Patel-Scott is rounding off the top 10. But it's still all to play for as McIntosh down the inside of Archie Loveridge. And he's made it happen. He's into 5th.
McIntosh has been in every one of the positions from 1 to 6 during this race. Some of them more than once. But it's this kind of train has been ebbing and flowing. Now, the question is, can Ed Spain make up any more positions? Because this is a chance for him to close that points gap on current leader Ryan White. And certainly, but the person who had the pace is Kevin Evanoff. He had it in the first heat, came to Nout because of bad luck. He's got it again. Now, in the final, he's going to be way down the middle of the pack, even with a win. A win in the last puts you in the middle.
That's right. He might be around about row 3 or 4. He's pulled out a bit of a gap, perhaps the biggest gap we've seen, to be honest.
Yeah, I think he's out. He got it, but now what's happening is that Branscom's under heavy pressure for second place from Ed Spain, who has managed to gap Archie Cannon, give himself a bit of breathing room. So 49 seconds to go. So they're going to get this one and 2 more as they cross the. Just checking the laps on. Yeah, this one and 2 more. Branscombe. He's had quite a quiet time in second for the past few laps. Was it a rest?
He's going to have to be very wary, though, because Ed Spain is coming. These three have worked together. They haven't been challenging. They've had a bit of a gap, so they haven't been tripping over one another, and that's allowed them to eke out a bit of a gap. I think they're going to get 2 more laps out of this.
They're going to get 2 more now. Interesting, Ryan White is making, for some reason, he's making no impression on this group at all.
No, he hasn't. He came through the order, didn't he, earlier?
Yeah, no problem at all. And he's just drifted off. Now, I don't know whether... Oh, and there's a kind of an aggressive move there. Between 4th and 5th Cannon and Ricky Junior McIntosh having a bit of a think about it. Ed Spain now needs to decide whether he can make second place or the lead in these next 2 laps. And interesting, Ivanov's lead disappeared over the last couple of corners as well. So Ivanov had a nice bit of breathing. Branscombe's coming back at him.
Well, Ed Spain was the quickest kart on the track last time by. 50.91 gives him the fastest lap. We've got 1 more lap of racing, and this, Nick, two groups of 3 karts is down the inside for 4th
Ricky
place.
Has
gone Ricky McIntosh Jr.
Ed Spain was thinking about doing an over and under on Branscombe. They're right together. So this last lap, it's all about these top 3. Turning now right down to the final time into chicane number 1. Following in a stitch. I think Ivanov's probably going to get away with this one, mainly because second and third are going to be so concerned with each other. Right, looking for the exit. The best.
Look at this, but you know what? That's
Branscombe knew. Branscombe knew where his move was going to be. Blocked him before he even started. They've got enough gap not to worry about 4th place.
Branscombe knew he had to defend that second place there. This has allowed Evanoff a little bit of a breather into the second chicane for the last time then. And out of there, heading down towards the left-hand red elbow.
Yeah, Spain. I think Spain made a bit of an error there because he decided to try thinking about the outside of the chicane. What he should have done is try to maximise his run out of the chicane to give himself a chance either into or out of Ashton's.
The battle for 4th is not over yet. We're going to keep concentrating on this top 3, but the battle for 4th as out of Beavers for the last time and across the line to take the checkered flag recovery drive for the final for Kevin Evanoff. Branscombe second, Ed Spain third, and it was Archie Loveridge who came through in 4th ahead of Archie Cannon. Ricky Junior McIntosh finishes 6th. Ryan White was 7th. Riley Blake was 8th. 9th was Noah Clark. And the driver rounding off the top 10 was Jaden Patel-Scott. There's the rest of your finishes down the order to 26 karts. Took part in the Honda Cadet 200 Superheat. And that concludes the Superheats for this class. We've got 1 more Superheat left. We've then got a lunch break of about a half an hour. And we are right on schedule, dare I say it, Nick.
I'm
not going to say
anything.
It's like saying it's quiet, isn't it? The Junior Rotax Superheat went the way of KMS Racing.